who am I and why am I here on the stage? A few of you might know me from Trading Algo Twitter account. And I have been a ex-banker. I worked in banks like Axis and Kotak. Banking was very boring for me, to be fair. So I founded a startup called Juby.ai. I ran that company for 5-6 years. The reason why I'm telling all these things is that if you want to get into this industry, me being a non-trader, I have been doing it for last 5-6 years. Even you can too. But you know, there are places where you need to understand how things work. And maybe I'm talking in with perspective of a newbie. There are a lot of advanced concepts which we have talked about, but maybe I'm going to touch basics and try to understand how can you, if I today start, what would I do to, you know, get into this industry? So yeah, I worked in banks. I've sold my startup during COVID, had some money, had a lot of time. क्या कर सकते हैं, चलो जोड़ी ठोकते हैं and trading करते हैं, right? And that's how I started my journey. And since then I've been algo trading and yeah, that's about it. But over this last 5-6 years, there's something I learned. I learned something about trading. Okay, this is what I have learned. Trading is all drama. Okay, 9:15 को शुरू होता है, 3:30 तक total drama. And if you're not convinced, let me convince you. कितने बार ऐसा हुआ है कि 10 बजे तक you have taken a trade, you have made good profits, and you're like, हो गया आज, and you have also tweeted, hey, you know what, I'm done with my trading. And then 2 बजे वापस आते हो, ट्रेड लेते हो, सारा पैसा गवाते हो और उल्टा और देके जाते हो. हुआ है, राइट? ऐसा कितने बार हुआ है? आपने पूरा एनालिसिस किया, ऑप्शन चेन देखा, वाई देखा, न्यूबीज को शायद ओआई समझ भी नहीं आएगा, बट फिर भी आप समझ गए, एंड ओआई देखा एंड आपने फिगर आउट किया, ओके, यू नो व्हाट, दिस इज द ऑप्शन आई वांट टू शॉर्ट एंड आई शॉर्टेड दिस ऑप्शन, दिस हैज टू ब्लडी गो टू जीरो. एंड व्हाट हैपेंस इज स्टॉप लॉस हिट होता है और लास्ट में जीरो ही जाता है. कितनों के साथ हुआ है? मेरे साथ हुआ है भाई, बहुत हुआ है मेरे साथ. सो ट्रेडिंग इज ऑल ड्रामा, एंड ये एकता कपूर सीरियल से कोई कम नहीं है. आई डोंट बाय दैट. सो ट्रेडिंग इज ऑल ड्रामा, एंड यू नो व्हाट, मुझे अपने घर में ड्रामा पसंद नहीं है. कितनों को अपने घर में ड्रामा पसंद है? नो, राइट? नेबर का ड्रामा अच्छा लगता है कि नेबर में ड्रामा हो तो फुल मजे आए, लेकिन घर में ड्रामा नहीं चाहिए. सो फॉर अस टू एंश्योर कि मेरा ड्रामा मेरे घर पे ना चले, देयर इज समथिंग व्हिच हैज रियली हेल्प्ड मी, एंड दैट इज API. So the entire trading career has been around broker providing API. अगर broker कभी API provide नहीं करता, I wouldn't have been here and talking to you. So let me explain what API does, right? So on the left side, you see that, you know, you have seen a breakout in HDFC Bank and you want to take that trade and you want to buy HDFC Bank. You come to the, you open your phone or your laptop, you go to that site and you punch that order, right? That's one way. And whenever you've taken that order, you have taken that emotional baggage with you. Now you are responsible for that trade and you'll always feel that ये घर का drama है. You're involved in that drama now. Whatever the market does, whatever drama market does, you're involved in that, right? On the other hand, you can also use a bot. There's a machine. जो if you're sure that breakout पे मुझे यहाँ पे trade लेना है, it will do that job for you. अब ये ड्रामा आपके घर से आपके नेबर में चला गया. अरे उसने गलती की, मेरा क्या, मैंने तो नहीं किया. And you can always blame the bot for this, and that really helped me because, to be very frank, I am a very bad discretionary trader. I started trying to trade discretionary, but मुझसे तो ना हो पाता भाई. So this has really helped me, and you know what, one thing I've always noticed about traders, you know, हम सब ड्रामेबाज हैं, including me. I am yet to see a trader जो रोता नहीं है. अरे यार टैक्स लग गया, अरे एसएल कट गया, अरे निफ्टी ऊपर चला जाता है, एंड दे कीप crying, right? So then you would think कि ऐसा करके my life has become like this. No. And ऐसा किसी का नहीं बनता. Anyone who has done systematic trading, they know this does not happen, right? You do not have a life like no drama trades, बैठ के आराम से चिल करे. You would be thinking, अरे मेरा bot, मेरा API would make money and I just have to chill and do nothing. That never happens, and I'll tell you why. कितने बार हुआ कि बैक टेस्टिंग में प्रॉफिट तो बड़े बने, लेकिन जब भी लाइव ट्रेडिंग किया, कॉस्ट ने सारा पैसा लेके चला गया. एंड यू आर हैप्पी सीइंग, अरे स्क्रीन में तो प्रॉफिट दिख रहा है, नेक्स्ट डे चेक करते रिपोर्ट में तो लॉस हो गया. ये कैसे हो गया, राइट? बिकॉज ओके, ग्रेट, API can take your drama away during the market hours, but what about making money? आपने अपने लाइफ से ड्रामा हटाने के लिए पैसा बनाना ही बंद कर दिया, ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता, राइट? वी आर हियर टू ट्रेड एंड गेट रिवॉर्डेड फॉर व्हाट वी डू. सो इफ you are trying to get rid of drama during the market hours, you are a trader, drama कभी आपको छोड़ नहीं सकता. You will come to research drama. मार्केट के टाइम में ड्रामा नहीं, अब रिसर्च में ड्रामा कि यार. एंड लेट मी टेल यू, सच अ ड्रीम क्रशर रिसर्च इज. You start with 100 strategies. That's what our experience, my experience has been. You start with 100 strategies. 100 में से 50 strategies आपको डस्टबिन में फेंकना पड़ेगा right away when you check that strategy and figure out how, if does it work or not. Now there are multiple ways people do research. One of the ways can be backtesting, and some other way would be पूछ भाई वो क्या करता है, इतना पैसे कैसे कमाता है. That can be also research, right? So there can be multiple ways, and for me the latter worked well. I try to meet a lot of people and understand what they do, and that's where I have learned in the last 5-6 years. Okay, so that research drama is always there, right? Ki you have 100 strategies. आपने, so when I'm saying strategy, I'm not saying कि TBS 1 करो, TBS 2. No, I'm saying different kind of uncorrelated strategy. For example, like our friend Raghav has talked about volatility, right? And then Sir has talked about long short strategy. So different kind of strategies. If you take 100, out of those 100 strategies, 50 आपको डस्टबिन में फेंकना पड़ेगा within 1 day, right? And you have spent a lot of time in figuring out does it work or not, and you throw it to the dustbin. Now rest, you have only 50 strategies remaining with you. Out of those 50 strategies, 40 strategies would be right out expensive in terms of वो पैसे तो बनाएगा, but when you trade life, slippage and tax cost में निकल गया आपका. बचे कितने आपके? 10 strategies. 10 strategy में आप ट्रेड करोगे तो उन 10 strategies में you will find 5 of them कि यार ये लाइव मार्केट में डालने के साथ साथ ये कुछ तो एज ही खत्म हो गया यार डालने के बाद, ये क्या हो गया? And then you maybe you've done something very stupid and you figure out नहीं ये नहीं काम करने वाला, and you get rid of it. Out of 100, there will be 5 strategies which you will be like, okay, I found this. ये 5 strategy maybe I can run. And that's the success ratio when you really get into research. Why, my friend Nikhil, when we work together, he keeps talking that research, वो research क्यों बोल रहा था? इसलिए बोल रहा था because that's what we do. Last 1 महीने में I think we have discussed at least 20-30 strategies. आज तक वो it never seen the light of the day because that gruesome research is. But you guys might say, sir, why are we not using AI? Today, in the age of AI, why are you doing research yourself? Such old school people. But if you guys have worked with AI, you know how frustrating it is, right? And trust me on this, I started talking with AI saying कि भाई मेरे को एक अच्छा सा nifty strategy दे, and I don't know how, but in 1 hour, I am discussing with him कि US में housing crisis में क्या हुआ था. And I don't know how that happened. So this keeps happening, right? And AI are such smart creatures, but they say stuff which they're not sure of, but they'll be acting as if I know everything, right? So what is the problem with AI? And I've worked in an AI company, so I know what goes wrong, right? AI is a system which memorizes stuff. It is very good in creativity. It is very good in smartness, but it is very poor with data. It cannot remember exact data, exact facts. It hallucinates. It tries to imagine things which is not helpful if you're trading, right? Imagine Nifty ऊपर गया and AI is imagining Nifty नीचे गया. क्या होगा आपके stop loss और target का? Might reach target hit होके stop loss जाएगा the other way. Anyways, so that's where when you bring API and AI together, that's where the magic happens. So AI, what does AI do? It's a smart tool which can think, which can be creative, but it is very bad with execution. If you ask it to execute something, I don't think it can do that, right? Also, it is bad with data. If I tell AI to remember, certain kind of data, I don't think it would be able to factually present that and work with it. And on the other hand, let's look at API. What does API do? API is not smart. सबसे dumb thing है API. कुछ नहीं आता उसको. Nothing. No smartness, nothing. But if you ask it to execute an order, it will do it reliably. if you ask it to get a data from a source and work with it, it would be able to do it. So when API meets AI, that's where the magic happens. And I'm going to show you a demo of the same. Even though I said that AI, can do a lot of stuff, still at times AI is frustrating. And while I do the live demo, it might happen that you get frustrated along with me. Just bear it, because, at times it happens that it hallucinates and stuff like that. But I'm going to show you how you can research with the help of AI and API and build stuff. So what does this do? So this is an API which we have built, which helps us do research, get data, work on that data, and do more stuff with it. So I'm going to start with, asking a quick question, and we will start with cash, and then we'll look at F&O as well. So here is what I want. I want to build a passive portfolio for me. Okay. Can you help me do that? Please keep response short and precise. It yaps a lot. So yeah, let's see what it does. Yeah, no, it's I can manage it. Great. So it is asking me what's the investment amount, what's the risk tolerance, and because we are publicly discussing something, I cannot be telling it about my risk tolerance and the amount of money I'm going to invest. So let me tell it to be risk. So let me just put this here. Okay. So the focus should be purely making the portfolio agnostic of investor appetite. So I'm not really caring about what the investor appetite is. I want the highest return with lowest vol. And we just learned about vol, right? Vol is the amount of fluctuation you have in your P&L or in your portfolio. So I want less fluctuation in my portfolio, but I want highest return, because fluctuation is something we don't want, right? And I want to do it with ETFs. I just want to use ETFs available in India, and I want to do that. Okay, what should be my approach? Let's see. Okay, so it is enumerating all the different ETFs which we have. So, okay, great. So what I'm trying to say here is go ahead with orthogonal ones in Indian market and see what can I pick. So when I say orthogonal, what I mean is ETFs which are uncorrelated. And when I say uncorrelated, I mean if I choose an ETF of Nifty, maybe gold is uncorrelated, right? Because gold has nothing to do with equity. Similarly, if I choose gold, I can also choose MON 100, which is a US market ETF, right? And this is, again, it might be uncorrelated. So I'm asking it to pick 3 and help me with that. Let's see. So right now, this is using our API and searching for Nifty Bs, right? It is also searching for some other tool, some other ETF. Let me just check what is it searching for. Gold Bs, great. And it is also, okay, allow. Great. It has also gone ahead and looked for liquid Bs. So, okay, great. So this is the correlation matrix, and it talked about correlation. Okay, bhai, Nifty Bs versus liquid Bs, of course, it yaps, right? I don't know, ye minus 0.17, wo yap karta hai, but we can get back to it, right? So yahan pe gold Bs, it has automatically selected Nifty Bs, gold Bs. It knows way more than you when you're starting trading and getting into this industry, right? See, it knows how gold is different from Nifty. I did not tell it. It knew already, right? So there's a lot of things we can also learn from AI, right? So, okay. It has also gone ahead and used an API wherein it has put Nifty Bs, gold Bs, liquid Bs, and asked the API, hey, tell me, how can I optimally allocate these 3 instruments, right? And the API responded with something. Basis that, it has gone ahead and told me that, okay, you know what, you can do 90% in equity, 2.4% in gold, 6.9% in liquid Bs. But again, this optimization, it's a random optimization. So the data points can vary from time to time, but that's how we have built it. So this is one example wherein we are able to see how we can use AI to optimize our portfolio. I'll go ahead and show you another example, which is way more to do with FNO. So the first thing maybe what we would like to see is the IV of the next 3 expiries. Let's do that. Let's see what is the. Can you tell me what is the IV of Nifty next 3 expiries? Right? Great. So it's going to hit the Groww API. Again, these are something which we have created. Plot cannot. Okay. Okay, it has got the next expiry IV, the second expiry IV, and the third expiry IV. Great. So now maybe we'll like to plot these 3 IVs. So I can see here July 10 what the IV is, July 3 what the IV is, and July 17 what the IV is. I can also go ahead and maybe plot it. Let's try it out. So I say, can you plot the term structure? Keep the UI minimalistic because it keeps doing stuff you don't want. And UI should be completely bug free and do as much as it's told, because it keeps yapping, Let's see. So right now it is creating a dashboard. It's writing this code to create a dashboard wherein it will show me what the term structure is. If you don't know what term structure is, it's just that you point the different IVs of different expiries and you just link it. That becomes a term structure. So this is what it seems the term structure looks like. Great. That's great. That's superb. Okay. So now, because we now looked at IV, let's also look at RV of it, realized volatility. Let's do that. Okay. So first, can you fetch Nifty close daily data for last 30 days? Because we want to find volatility for the last 30 days. Let's see. Okay. So this is what it gets from the API. Great. We have all the data with us. Now, let me ask, what is the realized volatility? And there are multiple ways you can find realized volatility. There are a lot of research around volatility itself, because volatility can be calculated in different ways. One of the ways which we use is EWSD, which is exponential weighted standard deviation. It is like an EMA on top of volatility, so that you give preference, way more preference to recent volatility, not the older ones. Great. So it has gone ahead and it has calculated that the EWSD, the annual volatility, is 12. The standard annual volatility of the last 30 days would be about 10. Great. 29 trading days. Cool. No problem. So now, can we plot this as well and see where does it lie? All right. So what I said is, can you plot the same on the existing chart as a horizontal line so that I can compare? We're talking about VRP, right? We're talking about how where realized volatility is and where implied volatility is, and what's the ratio. So you can easily visualize it, easily see what the value is, and maybe take a call if needed. So you see, the realized volatility of the last 30 days is here. This is our 3rd June volatility IV. This is 10th June. This is 17th June. And you have a good picture of where Nifty is in terms of vol, where Nifty is in terms of options pricing. Great. Now, let me try this for Bank Nifty as well. Okay, I saw it for Nifty. Great. Can I do it for Bank Nifty? Can I check? Same thing. But right now, I don't have to explain everything. It has learned what I wanted. Right? मैंने इसको सिखा दिया, मैंने इसको बता दिया, ये 4 चीज तुम्हें करना है. अब मुझे बताना नहीं है इसको. It will do all the things required and plot that as necessary. Now, it can do mistakes as well. Please, इसको माफ कर देना. But you get the gist, right? So you can do a lot with the help of API and AI. And normally these APIs are known as MCPs. I also talked about it, in my Twitter profile. We keep talking about it, and we think that in Vola we use it, almost all the time for all our research purposes. So what happens here? Okay. So research to हमें करना है. There is no other way out, right? If you want to really live in this, industry, you want to run such trades, you have to do research. Now, how AI has really helped is कि हमारा जो research का time है ना वो छोटा हो जाता है. Because a lot of the stuff can be done quickly with the help of AI, with the help of with all the discussions, and जो research का time है वो बहुत कम हो जाता है. You can move fast, you can move quick. Okay, so it did not plot the EWSD, but you get a gist, right? So these are the two different expiry IV, and that's EWSD 11.34, and then that's how it is. By the way, this is the same MCP tool इससे पहले which we worked with, right? जहाँ पे हमने IV का data निकाला, सब कुछ किया. It's the same tool, वही tool है, nothing changed. Why did it?
First demo, we are teaching AI a strategy. In the left, we have Claude AI Assistant, and on the right, Groww app running on mobile. Now, I ask about Nifty implied volatility and realized volatility.
So, okay. So we have Claude here, and this is Groww app, which I am running on my mobile. And the Claude app is speaking with me. It has all the integrations it needs with the Groww app, and it will go ahead with the help of Groww API. It will go ahead and do what is needed. Right now, what I asked is that I want to sell options, right? And before that, I want to know what the IV and realized volatility is, because I really want to see that is there any VRP to short.
Next up, I ask what is implied to realize volatility ratio. Oh,
right.
It is 1.16 with.
So if you see the IV is higher than the RV, maybe I'm going to short the options.
Greater than 1. Let me short a Nifty at the money straddle then.
Okay. So at
it
the
is
money
now
straddle,
asking me to provide details about the trade. I want to take.
So I want to short at the money straddle. So it's going to ask me. So it's learning. Please understand that this is teaching. We are teaching the AI what we want to do, and it can be anything. It does not have to be iron condor or a straddle. It can be anything, right?
One lot Nifty positionally, and let it be a market order. Now it is checking margin, figuring out which strike is at the money, and selling call and put of that strike.
Yes. The orders have gone, and this is done with the help of AI.
I should not keep these sold legs naked.
So now we should not keep these sold legs naked, right? That's a risk. So we now want to take hedge. So how smart AI is, imagine that I ask
it to buy.
Can you please buy hedges 400 points away? And it will do this by itself. Imagine the amount of time you would take to take this 400 hedge. वहां पे क्लिक करो और ढूंढो ओके कितना होता है, then you click and imagine the amount of time you take and see what it does.
Hedge is 400 points away for both call and put. It has calculated the strikes for call and put and will buy those strikes.
जब तक आप calculate करो, it has already taken.
Great. But I would also like to keep a stop loss, which is 2 times the value.
Right? We do that, right? We talked about 920 straddle and whatnot. So we need a stop loss. We want to put a stop loss there. Great. Now this is 2 times. Okay?
For it to place stop loss orders, it will have to get the price at which call and put was sold, and then calculate the stop loss price. Then it will place the stop loss order. Imagine the amount of time you will take to do the same thing manually.
Okay, you can see both the stop loss orders are placed, right? And in this journey, I'm still explaining, teaching, and you can spend more time in teaching and explaining what you're doing so that it has context of what it is doing.
Now the AI has learned the strategy.
Yep.
Let me ask it to remember this strategy as iron condor strategy. Next time when I ask it to sell iron condor, it should do exactly the same.
So I asked it, okay, this should be iron fly. That's a mistake. This is an AI voiceover. So, it happens. But still, so I asked it that, hey, you know what, remember this as an iron condor strategy. And whenever I ask you to do iron condor, you are going to do this without asking anything. Great.
It is the next day, and I think it is a good time to sell iron condor.
Great. So we go back to that chat. Now, the next day, I don't have to teach anything. I just go ahead and say, can you sell iron condor? And let's see what happens.
Iron condor. It will do the exact steps without me intervening. Now that is some real no-code automation, isn't it?
Isn't it? So, if you do not know how to code, I don't think, you need to be able to code, or you need to be able to know how to use softwares and stuff. Because in the age of AI, you can do a lot more.
As you can see, it is doing exactly as what we did yesterday.
Yes, it has shorted the call input. It has taken hedge. It has also gone ahead and taken stop loss.
Okay, so one of the SL orders did not go through due...
Yeah, it might happen. I mean, if you go ahead and place an order, it might happen that one of the orders did not go through. And that's a real case. Even if you do it manually, that will happen. So all I need to now do is that, hey...
price limit rejection.
Are all the...
Not an issue. We can ask AI to check if all orders are placed and it will automatically fix it.
Yep.
It's like hiring an intern for your trades.
That's what it is. Hiring an intern for your trading.
All orders are placed. Now let me exit all orders. It will understand and do what is necessary and clear my positions.
So I say exit all positions. It has all the context. It understands what are the orders it has taken. It'll go ahead and place those trades and exit all the order and clear my
Now this is a live demo.
Now, till now, what we talked about are for people who sell options, how it can help you. Now we are going to talk about how it can also help people who kind of, buy options basis breakout and, do stuff around that. Or maybe people who trade ORB,
or
right?
Breakout strategy.
Open low, whenever there's a breach.
Let me see where Nifty is trading right now.
So I'm asking what is the current spot of Nifty, just to see where are we.
Okay. I can see open, low, high and close values. Nifty last close is 25,170.
Now let's say you have a breakout level, whatever breakout level, lower, upper, it can be anything. For this purpose, because I had to demo, so I taken a very low margin so that the trade gets executed.
Now I want to buy call.
So I say, can you
Nifty
track
goes
Nifty
above
and take breakout trade?
25,175 or buy put when Nifty goes
on the
below
top,
25,000.
25,175, 25,170. If it breaks out, I want it to take a trade, right? So it started working. Oh, it took the trade because it got already breached.
Oh, I see that it has bought call. Let me confirm with the AI as well. Now this can be also used as an ORB strategy. Ask it to check high and low of the day and buy when it breaks out on either direction.
That's all, folks. Thank you so much. And you can reach us out. Thank you. You can reach me out in GitHub. I keep sharing my open source, whatever we do. And Twitter if you want me, Nikhil, anyone. Thank you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Please read the risk disclosure documents carefully before investing in equity shares, derivatives, mutual fund, and or other instruments traded on the stock exchanges.